Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's mukbang, I am excited as usual because first off, I feel like a lot of people hopefully will know this cake. This is the iconic Milk Bar cake. I've never tried it before. They don't have a Milk Bar in Seattle and I didn't want to, I could have gotten it shipped to me, but that just seemed like a lot of extra work. So I finally get to try the Instagram famous Milk Bar cake. But when I posted about it on my story, I had a couple people DM me and say that they thought it was overrated. So I guess we'll find out because I really hope it's not overrated. Like I really want to love it, but I guess we'll see. And then I also made myself some chicken bacon ranch pasta because I saw this recipe online and I just really wanted to try it. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it's good or not, but it smells amazing, and I'll post the recipe in the description so that if you want to try to make it, you can. Obviously depending on if I like it or not. So we will see. I'm just gonna start digging in. Ooh, I can already tell that it's soft, which hell yes. Ugh, cake is so hard to get on my fork sometimes. Okay, I feel like I'm just easily pleased because I never find stuff overrated really. Like same with In-N-Out. But dude, I think this is really good. It's like perfectly soft, which I love. The little cookie dough balls you can taste in here are so good. At least I'm pretty sure that's what those are. I keep biting on these little balls. I think it must be like versions of the cookie dough balls. They're like inside the cake, but it's weird because I don't see any inside. So I honestly don't know what I'm tasting, but it's like they have like the texture of cookie dough balls though. This cake is bomb. What do you guys mean it's overrated? I think it's worth it. I mean, it is kind of expensive, but. So anyways, I totally didn't even start talking about what I plan to talk about for today's mukbang because I was so excited about the cake. So for today's mukbang, I'm going to be kind of briefly talking about my tattoos. I have posted one video in the past about my tattoos, but I've gotten more since then. I've never wanted to do like a tattoo mukbang because I just never felt like it was an interesting topic because my tattoos don't really have any like super deep significant meaning. So it's, basically what happens is I'll like see a picture of a tattoo that I like and then I will go get it. Like that's essentially how my tattoos have all gone. So it's nothing super deep or anything. So I've never wanted to do a video talking about it just because I didn't think it was interesting. But I get enough comments asking about them that I figured why not? Basically I'm just gonna be talking about why I got them, when I got them. I don't know, just gonna be talking about them I guess. But first I'm gonna take my first bite of the chicken bacon ranch pasta. Yes. Okay, it tastes how it smells and it smelled amazing, so I was so excited to try it. This is so like, it's the definition of comfort food to me. Like this just tastes like comfort food. Wow, this is so good. Okay, so how I made it was, it's so simple, it's so easy. Basically, all you have to do is just like boil the noodles with, you boil it in chicken broth with ranch seasoning, like to make the ranch dressing, the little packets. You add cream cheese into it, regular cheese, and I honestly think that's it. And then you put bacon on top. Like, it's so easy and it tastes amazing. Oh. And then obviously it's chicken bacon ranch, and there was also pulled chicken in here. Totally forgot that. Wow. So first about my tattoos. First one I'm going to talk about is the two that I'm actually getting removed, even though I just got them, because it's these two. I'm going to take pictures, I think, of my tattoos so that I don't have to like keep showing the camera, but basically it's these two on my middle finger that I'm getting removed. The top one's a moon and the bottom one is the Eye of Horus, which is an Egyptian symbol, an ancient Egyptian symbol, a symbol of protection and also royal power, but I mostly got it because it's a symbol of protection. And I'm basically getting them removed because I don't like how they turned out, like, at all. Like, I still like the idea of them, and I might get them somewhere else on my body after I get them removed, or I might just get them again in the same spot. I really don't know. But the reason why I don't like them is because for some reason I have multiple hand tattoos and I've never had a problem with any of them falling out. But for some reason the two on my middle finger, like, I had to get them each one touched up like 3 different times. And so because I had to get them touched up so much, to me they just turned out looking kind of choppy. And just like, I don't know, probably normally I wouldn't like hair, but just because they're on my hands, I don't really want to have like tattoos that I'm not in love with on my hands because everyone can see your hands all the time. And so I already have had one tattoo removal session. I took a video of the laser zapping it, so I'll put that on the screen too because that was pretty cool. And I got it done at this tattoo place called Absolute Laser Tattoo Removal. And I was kind of nervous to go in because I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna be judged or something, like, oh, you got a tattoo you don't like, which would be stupid because they're like tattoo removal people. But the staff at the Absolute Laser tattoo place didn't make me feel uncomfortable at all. I was really happy because I have to go back like 7 more times. I bought a package for, oh no, I have to go back 5 more times. I bought a package for 6 removal sessions. So I'm glad that I actually like them because that would suck if I had to keep going back to a place where I felt like uncomfortable. Wow, so freaking good, dude. I love birthday cake though. And the reason why I have to go back so many times to get it removed is because I guess it takes a long time when it's your hands or also your feet because they're like farther away from your heart. So I guess the way the lady was explaining it to me, basically your blood will like carry away pieces of the ink because the laser is kind of like, it creates kind of like a wound, so it needs to heal itself. And so when it's healing itself, your blood will take away pieces of the ink. And so because my hands are farther away from my heart, it just takes longer because you don't have as good of circulation there. So I have to go back like 5 more times because The first session, like, I mean, you can tell that there's a little bit of a difference, but definitely not as much as I thought. I kind of thought that like it'd be like halfway gone, you know, like super faded. So, and I have to wait like 6 weeks in between each session. So it could be like a full year before it's like fully removed, which I don't even know, dude. Sometimes I'm like, why am I even getting it removed? That's not that serious, but so yeah, those are the 2 that I'm getting removed. And I don't think I'm going to talk about the tattoos I've already talked about in my other video. I'll just link it in the description because I've been going for like 15 minutes already. So that would take forever for me to get through all of it. So I think I'll just talk about my new ones that I've gotten since my last video where I talked about them. So besides the moon and the eye, which I got those at 2 different times. So I got the eye when I got my eagle underneath my, or on my rib cage, which like I said, I will pop a picture up of. But the eagle is probably my favorite. I've always wanted a rib cage tattoo, or like, I guess it'd be like a sternum tattoo kind of. No, it's like a rib cage. And I've always wanted one. I just love them. I don't know, I just love the placement of it. But I kind of was just like always bitching out because I knew it was gonna hurt like hell. And it did. Easily my most painful tattoo. Easily. It hurt so fucking bad. And the worst part is that it's hard to breathe because like I hold my breath when I'm in pain. Like I hold my breath when I'm getting tattoos to kind of like brace myself. But then I want to take like a deep breath because I'm holding my breath, but it's on my rib cage. So I don't want to breathe like super suddenly and like mess up the line. And so first off, I'm like struggling to breathe throughout the whole tattoo. It took like 4 hours. Second of all, I'm just in this like excruciating pain. It hurts so bad. I would say my other tattoos have all been like 6s, around like level 6 in pain, sometimes even like a level 4. But this guy, the eagle, was like a 9. Like the first like stab of the needle, I seriously was like, I don't know if I can do this. I really don't know if I can do this. But then I didn't want to like totally bitch out, so. The reason that I got the eagle is because I just love wing tattoos. I love wing tattoos. I don't know why. I have technically like, how many wings? I have a butterfly, I have a cherub, and I have the eagle. So I have like 3 wing tattoos. I just think they're beautiful. I don't know why. And my ex-boyfriend has these really cool wings like on the back of his neck. And that was the first thing that I ever noticed about him when I saw him at the gym. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that tattoo. He kind of like inspired me to get a wing tattoo or an eagle tattoo because that's what his is. His is an eagle too. So yeah, that's why I got it, and it's my favorite. I love it so much. Since my last tattoo video, I've also gotten, in the same tattoo appointment, I also got this cherub and this spider web. And that's also when I got the moon too. That was like all the same appointment. And I got the cherub and the spider web because I like them. I saw a spider web tattoo on Instagram on one of those like mood pages, and I also saw a cherub tattoo, and I just couldn't stop thinking about them. So I was like, I really want tattoos like that. But the cherub that I saw on Instagram was more like fine lined, like more super details, and I kind of like thicker lines personally with the tattoos that I've gotten. And so I asked the tattoo artist if she could draw up her own kind of cherub. You see that patch? That was pretty good. But I asked her if she could draw up her own cherub because I liked the style. She does like these really cool cartoon style drawings, and I thought that would look really cool with the cherub combined, and so that's what she came up with. That one didn't really hurt that bad. It only hurt when it was going over this knuckle right here because, I mean, imagine kind of like punching a wall. It's like almost like the same kind of feeling, even though punching a wall would probably hurt more. And when I first got it done, it didn't have any like shading at all. And then I went back like the next week, maybe 2 weeks later, to get some shading done on it, just to add like some extra dimension to it. Yum. And what else? Oh, the spider web. I kind of just wanted something, like it was more of like a filler tattoo because I kind of wanted just something to balance out. Like I liked the idea of having my hand kind of like surrounded. Like see how it kind of creates like a, I don't know, what's that called? I think that's a diamond. Yes, that's a diamond shape, right? Okay. So anyways, it creates like a diamond on my hand. And I just liked that idea, and I just liked the idea of how it would look, so I kind of wanted just like a filler tattoo to add to that corner, and that's what I decided on. And I've talked about it a bit in some of my videos, but high school was just like not a great time for me at all. Like it was just not the best time. And I'll put the poem in the description, so if you want to read it, you can, so you kind of get more about what I'm talking about. I'm not about to read the poem during the mukbang. It's not a slam poetry session. I'm not about to do that. To me, when I hear poems like that about being resilient and staying strong during your struggle, I just resonate with those, and they just speak to me. And so that poem really just stuck with me, I guess. And I wanted to get part of the poem tattooed just kind of to commemorate that time in my life, and I just wanted to get a piece of it on my leg, I guess. And then I also got 2 bands on my arm. You can see I have like one at the top that's thinner and then a thicker one. And I got them because I was inspired by Summer Walker, actually. If you don't know who Summer Walker is, check out her music. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with her. To me, she's like the most beautiful human ever, at least one of them. Like I just think she's insanely insane. So I was inspired by her tattoos because she has similar bands on her arm. They're, I think, lower. I think they're just on her forearm. I'll post a picture of it. But I think hers are like here to here maybe, instead of like here and here. But I just like the idea of it, especially because it was like boxing in my other tattoos kind of, because I don't really have, the only tattoo I have outside of that is the rose on my hand. And so I just kind of like that idea. But I don't like how the girl did them. I don't want to speculate, but I feel like something was going on because I went to her to get my dagger and the word resilience and my butterfly, and she did an amazing job. Like she was super cognizant. And then when I went back to her, like she seemed kind of like scatterbrained almost. Like I can't even really describe it. Like for example, when I went to go get my moon when I went to go get my moon touched up, she was like, she thought it was the dots. I was like, how are you confusing 2 dots for a moon? Like you can still tell that it's a moon, even though it's like needs to be touched up a bit. When I was trying to explain to her that I wanted it to be touched up, she was like, just confused. She was like, I don't know how the dots turn out to look like that. And I was like, it's a moon. You tattooed a moon on me. She's like, oh. I was like, what? So then anyways, like, she was kind of scatterbrained when I got these two too. And so I wasn't obsessed with how they turned out. I just felt like the lines aren't perfect. I'm gonna get this one touched up again because, yeah, the lines just aren't perfect on it and it's gonna bug me. And so that's also why I got the script on the back of the thinner band. So I got script right here too because the band was like weirdly tilted. Like I didn't notice it when she drew it on me, but then after it healed I noticed it was like kind of weirdly tilted and I was just like bothered by it. Like I'm one of those people, the same thing with my nails. Like my nails are really bugging me right now because they're grown out and I can't deal with it. That's why I didn't get my nails done for the longest time, because I couldn't find a good nail artist that I liked in Seattle, and I was like, I'd rather have really bare nails than have ones that I don't like, because it'll just bother me and I just won't be able to stop thinking about it. And so that's how I felt about the band, but I knew there was really no way to get it touched up aside from making it thicker to even it out. But I also didn't really want to do that. I didn't really want the top band to be much thicker. And so I had wanted to get the words Veni Vidi Vici, which they're Latin, but they mean I came, I saw, I conquered. And I've been wanting to get them somewhere on my body for a while. I know that it's obviously in a war context. Julius Caesar said it when I forget who he even defeated. He defeated someone. And he wrote a letter back to someone. And in the letter it said Veni Vidi Vici. And basically he was just saying that he had won the war. And so I know for that, like for him it was war related. But to me, well, first off, I like how it's so cool to me, Veni Vidi Vici. It's like they all have the same sound to them, but they mean totally different things. Like I came, I saw, I conquered. It sounds so much worse in English. So I like the fact that it's like 3 simple words. And then it's also one of those things, I just really am trying to conquer life. I really am. And I just like getting tattoos like that. They really do help me in time, because I still do struggle with depression. Like when I'm going through a hard time, my tattoos that say resilience, my tattoos that say finds and shall find me unafraid, and the tattoo that says I came, I saw, I conquered, they help just remind me to just stay strong, because that's the hardest thing, is when you're depressed, you don't want to do anything and you just feel overwhelmed, you know, like you just feel like everything is bad. And having those tattoos just helped me a lot. So I guess I do technically have some tattoos that have meaning. But not in the way, like I know a lot of people will only get tattoos that have meaning and a lot of mine don't, so that's what I meant. But yeah, I think that's all of them. Oh, I did want to say, I got my Veni Vidi Vici tattoo. If anyone is looking for a tattoo artist in the Los Angeles area, this is the only tattoo I've ever gotten in Los Angeles. I got it like last month, and I got it at this place called the Honorable Society Tattoo. The best tattoo experience I've ever had was with Marco at the Honorable Society Tattoo. He was just so calm, so chill, so respectful. He didn't seem judgmental or annoyed. Like I feel like sometimes tattoo artists give off like a vibe where they're like, it's my art, I'm not gonna change it, you know what I mean? Like, well, it's on my body permanently, so you better change it. And he didn't seem like that at all. Like it seemed like he wanted to work with me to get the tattoo exactly how I wanted, because he, like, the line was off, like I said, and so it was hard for him to get the words exactly on. So they were like cut through, and it took a while. It probably took him like 40 minutes to get it right, but he didn't seem to know it at all. Like, he was so nice, like just so nice. So if anyone's looking for a good tattoo artist, he also obviously does good work. He's been doing tattoos, I think, for like 27 years, he said, or something like that. So he's super experienced too. But yeah, I just wanted to say that too, because hands down the best tattoo artist I've ever gone to, in my opinion. But yeah, since that's it, I think I'm just gonna take one more bite of the cake. So yeah, that is all for today's mukbang. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously I like this pasta a lot, so if you want to try to make it, go ahead. I think it's like the definition of comfort food in my mind. And then I personally loved the cake. I don't know what y'all are talking about when you say that it's overrated. I think that it's really good. I mean, it is expensive, so it's overpriced, but I wouldn't say it's overrated. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today's mukbang. I hope you guys liked this small little tattoo chit chat and found it interesting. And yeah, that is it. So I will just see you guys next time.